Good morning, students. I am Abhishek Rathod, sir, and my specialization is in MSc Mathematics. Um, as you all know, today we are here. We are going to study the lesson which is percentage, and we are going to use Tata class H. Also, I am representing Tapti Public School, Bhusawal. So, let us start.
Centipede, centimeter. Are these words related in any way? Well, these three words have a relation with the number 100. A century is made up of 100 rounds. A centipede is an insect with 100 legs. A centimeter is a 100th part of a meter. The prefix cent in these words means 100. The word percent.
Okay, so what does cent in percent mean? Now let me spell out percent for you. Percent is P-E-R-C-E-N-T, okay, of which if you take the word cent, let us study what cent means. Now here you can see that there are three words given. First is century, then you have centipede, and then you have centimeter. Okay. Now in all these three words, can you tell me what do you find common?
Cent.
Yes, it is correct. You can see that you have cent, C-E-N-T, again cent, C-E-N-T, and C-E-N-T. Okay. And also a century is 100 ranks, a centipede, okay, it has 100 legs, and a centimeter is 100th part of a meter. Okay, so that is why cent is equal to 100. So of percent we have understood what cent is. Now let us see what percent is. So percent means per 100. Now see cent and 100. So whenever you hear the word cent, it means 100. So percent means per 100. And if you see the symbol for percentage, I have a very beautiful idea for you to remember how to understand the symbol for percentage. Okay? Now, see the symbol for percent is 1, 0, 0. And this becomes the symbol for percent, which also shows you that there is a 100 in it. Okay? Now, coming back to our video.
Means per 100. It is represented by the percentage symbol. 40% means 40 per 100. This can be written as 40 divided by 100. In a grid having 100 squares of equal size, we could represent 40% by coloring 40 squares. To represent 80% in the same grid, we would have to color 80 squares.
Now, what are they saying that in 1 to 100, okay, in 1 to 100, if you take 40, I'll change the color here. If you take 40%, so 40% is 40 out of 100. 40% is 40 out of 100. And as we have already studied the fractions using the Tata class H, okay, so we know that 40 upon 100 is 40 out of 100, which can easily be written as 40%. Okay.
Let us now learn how to calculate percentages with a few examples. In the first example, we shall calculate 20% of 60.
Now,
To begin, we write 20.
Now here we have 20% of 60. The sum that is given to us is calculate 20% of 60. Okay. Now as you see, let us divide this sum into three parts. First is 20%, which can be written as 20 upon 100. Okay. So students, whenever you see 20%, 30%, 40%, 45%, Suppose they have given you 45% and asked you to write in a fractional form, so you just have to write 45% as 45 per 100, and 45 per 100 is 45 upon 100. Then the second part is of. Now as we know in mathematics, OF of means multiplication. I want you to remember this, okay? In mathematics, OF of is multiplication, and the third part is 60. We are going to write this 60 as it is. Now let us see how the sum is solved.
20 upon 100. Then we multiply it by 60. On simplifying, we get 12.
Now you must be wondering what was this whoosh 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 sound, okay? Now as you can see, 20 upon 100, like I told you, of as multiplication and 60 as it is. See here, 20 and 60 both are the numerators, okay? So when you multiply these numerators, you will get two zeros, okay? You will get one zero from 20 and the another from 60. And in the denominator, again for 100 you have two zeros, okay? So basically we have two zeros in the numerator and two zeros in the denominator. So when you cut them, you cut one zero from the numerator, one from the denominator, and second from the numerator and second from the denominator. After cutting out using the cancellation of zeros, you are remained with 2 multiplied by 6, okay? And 2 multiplied by 6 is nothing but 12, okay? Therefore, 20% of 60 is 12.
So 20% of 60 is 12.
Let us move on to the next slide.
Calculate 50% of 300.
Okay, now let me pause this one for you, okay? Can anybody tell me the answer, or should we just look at how to solve this sum? Okay, we'll look at how to solve this sum. But any wild guesses? 50% of 300?
150.
Okay, let us see what the answer is.
Select the correct option and click Submit.
Okay, one of my students says 150 and let us submit it. Yeah, that is the correct answer. Okay, 50% of 300
That's right.
is
50% of 300 is 150. Close this pop-up to see how to calculate it.
Now, I don't know whether you have calculated it or you did a wild guess, but let us see how the calculation is done.
First, we write 50 upon 100. Then, we multiply by 300. On simplifying, we get 150.
Okay.
So 50% of 300 is 150.
Now, again,
We can try and calculate this graphically too. Let's represent 300 as 3 equal grids, each having 100 squares. 50% of each grid is 50 per 100. Then we add it all up. As you can see, the answer is 150. So whenever you are calculating percentages, always think in terms of per 100.
okay, so I'll explain this to you again. 50% of 300. Again, we'll divide this question into three parts. 50% can be written as 50 upon 100. Of can be written as multiplication sign. And 300 can be written as 300. Now, as you can see in the numerator, you have 1 0 from 50 and 2 zeros from 300. So, total you have 3 zeros. And in the denominator, you have 2 zeros of 100. So to balance it, we can cut the 2 zeros from the denominator, the whoosh sign that we heard, that was the cutting sign. Okay, 2 zeros from the denominator and 2 zeros from the numerator of 300. So we are remained with 50 multiplied by 3, and 50 multiplied by 3 is 150. Therefore, 50% of 300 is 150. Using the diagrammatic representation of this, okay, in the first slide as we have seen, if I have to express 50% in a diagrammatic way, I will write 1 to 100 and the 50 part or 1 to 50 is going to be the 50% of it. And we have to do it 3 times. So we have 50, we have 50 and we have 50. Okay, now you must be wondering why there are 3 times and not 4 times. Because this is 300. So 100 here, 100 here and 100 here. So 50 plus 50 plus 50 gives us 150. Hence the answer 50% of 300 is 150.
Sunita got a discount of 20% on a pair of sandals. She paid rupees 90 less than the full price. What was the original price of the sandals?
Okay.
Select the correct option and click Submit.
Okay. Do we have any wild guesses here and any actual calculations? Just give me one answer. 450, 600 or 300, no matter if the answer is wrong, we are going to go to the solution part. Any wild guesses?
450.
450, let us see. And that wild guess was correct. Okay, now let us see.
Right. The original price of the sandals is rupees 450.
Now let
Close
us
this
see.
pop-up to see how to calculate it.
Okay.
Let the original price be P. The discount on the sandals is rupees 90. 20% of P is equal to 90. First, we write 20 upon 100 into P is equal to 90. On simplifying, we get 450. So, the original price of the sandals was 450 rupees.
Now, let me explain this here. Okay, Sunita got a discount of 20% on a pair of sandals. Okay, so Sunita has gone to the market, she liked a pair of sandals and she has bought it with a 20% discount, which is quite a happy thing for girls. Okay, she paid rupees 90 less than the full price. Now the full price of the article, full price of the sandal is not given, so that is why we are going to consider the original price, that is the full price, as P. Okay, P represents price here. Also she has a discount of how much? 90 rupees. Therefore we are going to find 20% of 90. We are going to find 20% of P, and this 20% of P is going to be rupees 90, that is the discount. Okay? Excuse me. Therefore, we'll write 20% of P as 20 upon 100 of as multiplication and P as P is equal to 90. Now see, as you can see, this 20 upon 100 as a fraction is multiplying here. Okay, so if it is multiplying here, when you take it to the right side, okay, this is the right side. The side which is on the right of the equal to is the right side. Okay, so when you take it here to the right side, this 20 upon 100 becomes 100 upon 20. Now again the verse sign. Okay, as you can see, 90 multiplied by 100 has 3 zeros and 20 has 1 0. So we can cut 1 0 from each and 2 1s are 2 5s are 10. So P is 90 multiplied by 5 and 90 multiplied by 5 is rupees 450. Therefore, the original price of the sandal is rupees 450. Okay?
Sunita got it.
Okay. So, this is how we have studied the percentage chapter. Okay, let me give you a quick revision of it. Percent. Percent is per 100 because cent is 100. Okay, always remember cent represents the number 100. So percent is per 100. If you can see the sign of percent, you have a oblique line which represents 1. You have a 0 and a 0. Okay, let me draw it for you once again. Okay, so using the whiteboard, the sign for percent is this 1, this 0 here, and this 0 here. Okay, so percent is per 100 and this sign is the symbol for percentage. So whenever I write 50%, I am going to write 50 upon 100. Okay, now let us move on to the next section, that is the quiz. Okay, we are going to solve a few questions which are in the game edge. Okay. Question bank. Okay, the first question, Rahul scored 90 marks out of 200. Find his percentage score. Okay, now can you tell me what is the answer?
45.
45%. Okay, let us see how it is 45%. Number C, let us submit it. 45% is the correct answer. Now let us see the solution to it. Okay, let us see the next one. Mr. Sharma bought 32 tickets to the circus. Of this, 75% tickets were for children. Find the number of tickets bought for children. Okay, so there are 32 tickets in all, and from this 32 tickets, 75% were for children. So find the number of tickets bought for children. Can you give me an answer for this?
16.
Anybody? 16. Okay, let us see whether 16 is the correct answer or not. Anybody else? I don't think 16 is the correct answer here.
24.
Let us see 16 first. Oh, 16 is the wrong answer. Now let us try to calculate this. Okay, you have 32 tickets and 75% of 32 tickets are for children. Okay, let us see the solution, and the correct answer is 24 tickets. Okay, I'm using the whiteboard. So we have 32 tickets. Okay, and of this 32 tickets, 75%. Okay, and 75% are for children. So how are we going to write this? We will write this as 75% of, let me use the text here, 75% of 75% of 32. 75% of 32 will be 75 upon 100. Multiplied by 32, like I told you. Now let us cut this. Can you tell me in which numbers table do you get 75 and 100?
5.
5, and a number which is bigger than 5? Yes, 25. Okay, so 25. 3s are and 4s are. Then 4 1s are and 4. Now, the next question that we have, okay, I want all of you to answer this. Percentages are numerators of fraction with denominator dash. Okay, we have discussed this. Can you tell me the answer?
100.
100. Okay, let us see. This was an easy one for us. 100. Let us submit it. Yes, 100 is the correct answer. Now the next one. Arpita bought 4 kg rice and 6 kg wheat. what percentage of the total quantity of food grains bought by her is rice? Okay. Should we calculate this? Now see, Arpita has bought 4 kg rice and 6 kg wheat. So the total kg that she has bought of food grains is 10 because 6 plus 4 is 10. So the denominator of a fraction is going to be 10. Okay. Now, out of this 10 kg, how much is the rice? It is 4 kg. So we have to find how much is 4 of 10. So since we are dealing with percentage, let us multiply this with 100. Now, you can see that 10 ones is 10 and 10 tens are 100. So this 4 multiplied by this 10 gives us how much? It gives us 4 tens are
40.
yes, and 40 is the correct answer. Okay, let's go back. Okay, so 40% is the correct answer. The next question. What percentage of blocks is shaded in the figure alongside? Can you tell me?
75.
75%. Okay. So let us see 75%. Let us submit it. Yes, and 75% is the correct answer. Number 4. We have already saw number 4 question. Now number 5. Rahul scored 90 marks out of 200. Find his percentage score. Can you tell me?
45%.
45. Okay. Now see the logic behind this question. See, 90 out of 200 is 45 out of 100. Okay, out of 200, if Rahul is scoring 90, so let us divide this 200 by 2, you will get 100. And percentage is per 100, so we just have to find that for per 100, how many marks did Rahul get. So if you divide 90 also by 2, you get 45. So that is why his percentage score out of 100 is 45%. Okay, so this is the first part of percentage. We have also solved a quiz on it, which was quite an interesting one. Now, let us see the next part of our percentage, the next video, which is percentage conversion. Okay.
Hi, Rathod. Hi, Amit. Wow, good shoes. How much did they cost you? They cost me half the original price. There was a 50% discount sale on at the shoe store. Hey, you're confusing me. Half is a fraction and 50% is percentage. They mean the same thing. We can convert a fraction into a percentage. You can even convert decimals and ratios to percentages, and vice versa. I'll show you what I mean.
Now, okay, what are they saying? That we can convert decimals and fractions into percentage. We can also convert percentage into fractions and also decimals. Now let us see how is it done.
Let's convert the fraction 3/4 to percentage. Do you know the meaning of percent?
Do we know the meaning of percent? I have told you in the previous video, percent is per.
Same.
Yes, percent is per 100.
Percent means parts per 100. Correct. So by converting 3/4 to percentage, we are actually finding out 3/4 of 100. So, multiply the given fraction by 100%. Remember to put the percent symbol beside 100. Then, simplify and write the answer as percent. So, 3/4 is equal to 75%. Let's convert the decimal number 0.26 into convert the fraction 3 upon 4 to percentage. Do you know the meaning of percent?
Percent means parts per hundred.
Correct. So by converting 3 upon 4 to percentage, we are actually finding out 3/4 of 100. So multiply the given fraction by 100%. Remember to put the percent symbol beside 100. Then simplify and write the answer as percent. So 3 by 4 is equal to 75%.
Now, okay, the first question that is being explained here is convert 3 upon 4 to percentage. Okay, means out of every 4 parts, we are taking 3 parts. So out of every 100 parts, how many parts are we going to take? Okay, now whenever you come across questions which are fractions to percentage, you just have to do what? You have to write the fraction as it is and you have to multiply it with 100%. Now, you must have realized by now that whenever we are dealing with percentage, we are actually dealing with a very important number that is related to percentage, and that important number is no other number than 100. Okay, so we just have to find 3 upon 4 to percentage, which is 3 upon 4 of 100%. Now I have also told you that of is nothing but multiplication. So we are writing 3 upon 4 multiplied by 100. Okay, so 3 upon 4 multiplied by 100. Now you must be wondering, sir, we do not know the table of 4 till 425s are. But these are some important numbers that we have to learn. Like we have 5 into 2 is 10, we have 5 into 20 is 100, we have 25 into 4 is 100. Okay, so we are going to directly divide 4 and 100 with 4. Okay, so 4 ones are 4 and 4 25s are 100. Therefore, we have 3 multiplied by 25 and 3 multiplied by 25. After multiplying it with your rough work, you will get 75%. Now, what is this 75%? Like 3 upon 4. Okay, we are taking 3 parts out of 4 and we are converting it into percentage, which means that 75 out of 100 is 75%. Okay. Let us see another example of converting them into decimals.
Let's convert the decimal number 0.26 into percentage. First, write the decimal in the fraction form. 0.26 can be written as 26 by 100. Then multiply the fraction by 100%. Next, simplify the multiplication. Here, the final answer is 26%.
Now, the second question that we are dealing with is to convert decimals to a percentage. Now, you must be wondering, why have we written 100 here? Now, this 100, it has nothing to do with this percentage. Okay, as you can see, 0.26 has 2 digits after the decimal point. Okay, so if there are 2 digits after the decimal point, we are going to write 100. If there are 3 digits after the decimal point, we are going to write 1000. That is why 0.26 is first written as 26 upon 100, and now this 26 upon 100 is nothing but a fraction. We have already seen how to convert a fraction into a decimal. Sorry, how to convert a fraction into percentage. So 26 upon 100 multiplied by 100%. Now this 100% belongs to the percentage that we are going to find out. Okay, you can see that you have 100 here and you have another 100 here. So 100 ones are 100 and 100 ones are 100. So we are only left with this 26, and this 26 is nothing but 26%. Okay.
Here is a problem on conversion of ratios to percentage. In a class, the ratio of girls to boys is 2:3. What is the percentage of girls and boys in the class?
That sounds tough.
No, it's not tough. Remember that ratios can be written as fractions. First, Find out the total of all parts of the given ratio. Then, write each term of the ratio as a fraction. So, 2 out of 5 parts of the class are girls and 3 out of 5 parts are boys. To convert the fractions into percentage, multiply by 100. Then, simplify and add the percent sign. So, the percentage of girls is 40% and that of boys is 60%.
Okay, now in this question, in a class, the ratio of girls to boys is 2:3. Okay, now we'll just bounce back for a few seconds to what ratios are. Okay, and how do we understand which number represents which ratio of which article. Now see, we have girls to boys, which means that this 2 represents the girls and this 3 represents the boys. Okay, now for every 2 girls there are 3 boys. Okay, so that is why the total parts we have here is 2 plus 3. If you have 4 is to 5, then you are going to add 4 and 5. But here you have 2 is to 3, so the total parts is 5. That means the denominator is going to be 5 for both boys and the girls. Now you have 2 as girls, so 2 upon 5 parts are girls, and 3 for boys, therefore 3 upon 5 parts are boys. Now you have the 2 fractions here, you just have to find the percentage. Now to find the percentage, we are going to multiply them with 100. Yes, that is correct. Okay, so percentage of girls is 2 upon 5 multiplied by 100%, and percentage of boys is 3 upon 5 multiplied by 100%. Okay, like I told you, there are a few special numbers that we have to learn. So 5 ones are 5 and 5 20s are is 100. Therefore, 2 multiplied by 20% is 40%, which means that the girls in the class are 40%. And similarly, 5 ones are 5 and 5 20s are is 100. Therefore, 3 multiplied by 20 is 60%. Therefore, the number of boys is 60%. Okay. Now, let us try to solve a quiz, if any, based on this. Okay, so we have already solved a quiz which is based on percentage. Okay, and we have also seen how to convert percentage into decimals or decimals into percentage, how to convert fractions into percentage. Okay, once again a brief description. Whenever you are given a decimal number, first write it into a fractional form, and to find how many percentage it is, you just have to multiply it with 100. Okay, whatever answer or whatever calculation you get, okay, that is the percentage that you require. Okay, so that is all. Thank you, students. I hope all of you have understood the way we have solved the questions, the way we have explained or we have understood the percentage chapter. Okay, that is all. Thank you.